This is the Dodgers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, as well as Locked On Sports Today and Locked On MLB tonight. The new additions picked a perfect night to join the party here on Locked On Dodgers Postcast. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA, dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Well, the Dodgers finally broke out a can of you-know-what on their opponent for the first time in a while. Although the ninth inning was less than optimal, a little shaky. I mean, there was never really in doubt. You would have liked it to have been over a little faster, a little easier, a little bit more efficiently. But they got out of it and get the win, and all is well as the Dodgers get a 12-6 win tonight over the St. Louis Cardinals and improve to 66-48, which is nice to see. The thing that was the greatest part of this game was the offense. The fact that they got started early and offense all over the place, an abundance of runs. Ohtani with a leadoff double, and Freddie Freeman with a sac fly RBI on a curveball. Nice piece of hitting there. Ironically, the hottest Dodger right now is Freddie Freeman, and he was the only guy in the lineup that did not have a hit. So kind of ironic, but that's baseball for you when you look at it and break it down. You can just never predict how these things are going to go or what's going to happen on a night when Shohei had 2 hits. Mookie Betts, 3 for 4. 3-run score, goes off. 4 for 5 with 4 RBI. Teo, 3 for 5 with 4 RBI. So there were a lot of guys on this team tonight swinging a hot bat.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Couple of interesting stats about this big win for the Dodgers. Again, 12-6 over the Cards. First time since April 29th. The top 5 in the lineup have at least 6 extra base hits. The first time for Mookie to have 3 base hits since June 7th. So he's been fighting it hard. The first hit tonight for him snapped an 0 for 22. So that's good to see. Now, as I watched Mookie tonight, I don't know necessarily that he looked all that thrilled or excited about things, but he has to be feeling a little bit better. Obviously, there'll be a ton of questions for him after the game as to how he's feeling, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of this downplaying and, tonight was good, but we'll enjoy it and then turn the page and try to win a series tomorrow, which will be big for them. So all in all, you look at this game and you say, wow, they got out early and just swung a hot bat all night, made it stand up, never really in doubt. Max Muncy, welcome back to the lineup. Obviously, he started last night, but tonight announced his presence with authority. 2 home runs, 4 RBI.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Of course, with honorable mention to TEOSCAR Hernandez, Max Muncy, 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 4 RBI. Those 2 balls that he hit were, they weren't complete no-doubters, but they were hard-hit line drive balls that you didn't really worry all that much about. First pitch swinging on the first one after going 0 for 3 last night. That was his 14th home run. It came on a sinker. And then right after, Teo launched one to left for his 17th to make it 5-2. It was a hanging and banging night for Teoscar Hernandez. Both of his home runs came on loopy curveballs that he just took advantage of and launched into left field. So the Dodgers get some offense going, and we feel good about how that looks to the eye and on paper. I just feel like, this is something the Dodgers have needed for a while. They have not been able to break out and really just kind of cruise to victory and lay one on an opponent. They did leave 7 runners on base. At one point tonight, they were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, but they finished with a decent number, 5 of 16. That number always a little bit a little bit hard to break down unless it's exaggeratedly bad. And tonight it was not. Obviously, they cruised to victory 12-6, but 5 of 16 with runners in scoring position. Max Muncy 2 of 3, Teo 1 for 3, Michael Conforto 1 for 2, and Freeland 1 for 2. So that was good across the board. The offense was not just from the top 3 guys. Shohei again with 2 hits, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Mookie Betts 3 for 4, 3 runs scored. Freddie Freeman the only 0 for the night, but he did have 2 RBIs because he had 2 sac flies. Conforto a hit. Andy Pias with a pair of hits. He's been struggling a little, but has found rhythm here and there. Freeland with a pair of hits, and Dalton Rushing went over on the night. When you look at the offense, just so many pleasant things to just feel really good about this. I like what Virtual says here. Let's build on this. When this offense is humming, it's killer. Absolutely. And that's what we love about this team. Even though they've been struggling, we know what they're capable of. We know that this is not far away on any given night. Ricardo Franco says, Muncy makes all the difference. I don't think we want to lose him next season. He's the glue in the clubhouse. Yeah, he's a guy that's been around this team for a long time, but he has also been a spark. And I think it's so funny that, there was so much criticism and so much head scratching about Max Muncy's performance early in the season because it just wasn't there. But it has been of late. And we've said over and over again, when Max Muncy gets going, this team will get going. And trust me, he will. And he did. And here we are. And, as the Dodgers have been going through some struggles, we've said it a few times. I know I have, but I didn't want to always make it about Max Muncy because these guys are struggling. And, it's kind of surprising to think, well, if Max Muncy's out, everyone's going to struggle. Sometimes these things just happen. But, the second Max Muncy went out, the Dodgers kind of struggled offensively. History man 0828. This team can build on this one and dominate the rest of the way. I don't know about all that. I hope you're right. I hope they do take this energy and momentum and continue to cruise. They're still probably going to be a little downside here and there. It'd be great if they just locked it in and sprinted to the finish from here. But there's still a ways to go. So we'll hope that this is a sign of things to come. But the pitching staff's getting healthy now with Max Muncy back. Everything looks good and definitely feels better. Nando, always the positive fan. So what happens when Muncy struggles here on out? I don't know. Hard to say. I'm sure. Look, I don't want to put a hex on him. Let's enjoy what we've seen tonight and hope that it continues. But he's been good for quite a while prior to the injury. So he got back a little sooner than we expected, and all that is good. So, these guys all go through stretches where things aren't what we want from them. It's bound to happen. That's baseball. But we take the wins with the losses, and we enjoy the wins and hope that the losses are fewer and more far between. So Dodgers with a comfortable 12-6 win tonight. It is the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. We will take the break. Don't forget to check out the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, hosted by Travis Rogers. He gets in depth with what's going on in the Dodger universe. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by FanDuel. Where is the FanDuel thing? There it is. Now let me get the script. There it is. Summer sports are in full swing, and whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, or football as they know it across the pond, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little bit more thrilling with FanDuel? You can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. FanDuel makes watching games a whole lot more fun for a variety of reasons. Again, as we've said over and over again, you already pay attention. You already know what's going on. So that gives you a little bit of an advantage when it comes to knowing which way to bet, which way to pick games or pick stat runs and so forth and so on. So if there was an over/under on a Max Muncy performance, I think you might feel good about putting a little money. New customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open FanDuel on the app today or visit their website at FanDuel.com. Today's episode also brought to you by our friends at 5 Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, of course, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one for every golf game, for your energy game as well. Let's be honest, some days on the course or off it, you just need a little extra boost to stay sharp and energized. And this is where Transfusion 5 Hour Energy comes into play. Golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors, of course. The grape, ginger, lime flavor gives you the best part of the clubhouse to go out without chasing the bev cart all over the place. If you're into playing golf and you want to turn 18 into 36, give the 5 Hour Energy Transfusion a try. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that's the number 5hourenergy.com. You can use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to receive 20% off your order. This offer is only valid through September 30th and on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. This code is not good on subscription orders. Again, whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order Transfusion flavored 5 Hour Energy shots today. Dodgers take care of business at the Ravine. Game 2 of the series in their pocket. Now we're at 1 apiece. Rubber game tomorrow on Shohei Ohtani Day on the mound. It's also Shohei Ohtani Ring Day. I'm still a little confused about the ring, why it's Shohei's ring. Didn't they all get rings? And I mean, I guess they put your name on it, so it's the one that says Shohei Ohtani on it. But as far as a stadium giveaway to the first 40,000, that looks like a really cool one. One of the cool things when you're in the press box is you get all of those things. And anytime they had something really cool, there would be dudes that showed up out of the woodwork that you'd only see on, big time giveaway nights. I'm sure tomorrow's press box will be filled with those guys. Because that looks like a really cool giveaway, even though it's, it's a replica for sure. The people like to have those, memorabilia items to put in their collection, because that's a really cool one. I've gotten some of those. I got the Laker one from I don't even know, 2010 was that the last time, and it was cool. It wasn't wearable, it was just too large, but that one looks like it's wearable, so I'm excited to see that one up close at some point. I'm sure somebody that I know will have one. You'll see it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So it'll be good to see Shohei on the mound, hopefully for 4. Last time he left early after getting cramps. So, the positivity for tomorrow is high that we'll get more out of Shohei Ohtani. As for today's Dodger pitching staff, solid throughout. Sheehan started and went 5, gave up no earned runs, 2 runs on 4 hits. Error from Max Muncy. In spite of all of the good he did on offense, the defense wasn't great. But, he's still trying to get into rhythm after returning from the IL, but he did have an error, but we can overlook that clearly with 2 home runs and a 4-for-5 day. Dreyer came in 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 5 pitches, the rest zeros. That's a solid outing right there. His 9th hold. Kasperius also his 9th hold. He went 1 full, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, 17 pitches. His ERA is at 4.92. Dryer's at 2.93. Vesia continues to dominate in his tight pants. 1/3 of an inning, 1 pitch. The rest zeros. He's at 2.33. Easy day for Alex Vesia. Diaz, an inning and a 1/3. He gave up 3 runs on 1 hit, 31 pitches, and then Bonda came in to spell him and put the game on ice. 2/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 15 pitches for the win. So again, win number, I said 66. It's actually 65. My bad there. I thought the last one was 65. Oh yeah, well, it is 66. It just didn't update. I was right. So they're now 36-22 at Chavez Ravine, while the Cardinals fall to game under 500, 57-58, 25-34 on the road. Again, Shohei Ohtani gets the start in the rubber game tomorrow, which is a midday affair because it'll be a getaway day for St. Louis. They'll get underway at 1:10 10, Dodger Stadium. Shohei Ohtani with a 2.4 ERA will take on Liberatore, who is 6-9 with a 3.96 ERA. 84 Ks, 26 walks in 109 innings. That's a fairly high number. He's also surrendered 10 home runs versus just one for Shohei Ohtani. But the innings are completely on the opposite spectrum of things. Liberatore has 99 more innings than Shohei Ohtani, who has just 14. So we'll look forward to that matchup, and I'm sure we'll see a ton of pictures of people in the ballpark with the Shohei Ohtani World Series ring. So everything good tonight. We can go to bed with a smile on our face and feel good about the way things went tonight from an offensive standpoint. Back-to-back home runs for TEOSCAR Hernandez and back-to-back home runs for Max Muncy. The first time that's happened in a while, 2 back-to-backs on the same day. And I believe it was the 13th or the 13th time the Dodgers have had 2 guys with 2 or more home runs. So all of that stuff, super positive, and just an exciting, positive victory for the Dodgers, something they have needed for a while. Mookie Betts with 3 hits, the first time since June 7th. That's a while, almost 2 months. And the first time the top of the lineup has been as hot as they were today since April 29th. So we feel good about our team tonight, and we hope that they continue this right on into the playoffs. And most importantly, win this series tomorrow as they get ready for who's coming in after them. I don't know. I can't even remember. I haven't even looked that far ahead. Well, it's not on that one. It's over here. Sorry. Toronto. Okay, that's going to be a tough series because they are red hot right now. So it'll be nice to head into that series on a positive note. It is the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, also Locked On Sports Today and Locked On MLB. Thanks you guys for joining us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And as always, thanks for the comments. I am Pete Fox. We appreciate you guys right here on Locked On, or of course, we are your home for your team every day. Take care. Have a good night. We will talk tomorrow.